If you've been binge-watching 1923, the Western prequel to Yellowstone, you've probably been captivated by the stunning landscapes and historic settings that bring the Dutton family's story to life. Today on Collider, we tell you everything about the filming locations of the show. Let's get started. A huge part of 1923 was filmed in Montana, a state known for its sweeping landscapes and dramatic backdrops, perfect for a Western saga. One of the most prominent filming locations in Montana is Butte. This city served as the backdrop for uptown Butte and Bozeman, two key locations in the series. If you've ever watched the show and thought, wow, that looks real, you're right. Most of the filming took place right here in this historic city. Another standout location is Anaconda, a southwestern Montana town with a rich history in copper smelting. The series used Anaconda's iconic smokestack for some exterior shots of the Indian boarding school, which adds an authentic touch to the setting. The filmmakers also shot at the Anaconda Rifle and Pistol Club, giving some scenes that gritty, lived-in feel that fans love. If you've admired the show's wide-open shots of the American West, much of that footage was filmed around Whitehall, Montana. Situated near the beautiful Highland Mountain Range, Whitehall provided the show with those breathtaking landscape shots that make 1923 so visually stunning. It's hard not to get lost in the vastness of the land, and Whitehall was the perfect place to capture that. For scenes set at the Catholic boarding school, the production team headed to Pony, Montana, located near the Tobacco Root Mountains. Here, they filmed at the Pony Public School, a building that dates back to 1902, adding to the authenticity of the period setting. Finally, the Dutton family ranch in the series? That's none other than Chief Joseph Ranch, a historic property in Darby, Montana. This ranch became the stand-in for the iconic Dutton Ranch, making it a fan-favorite spot for 1923 lovers. Montana wasn't the only state that played a role in bringing 1923 to life. A good portion of the second season was filmed in Austin, Texas. The Texas capital became a major production hub, with filming kicking off in May 2024. The show's crew spent over $50 million in Austin, taking full advantage of its urban and rural settings to create the perfect 1920s-era vibe. Just outside of Austin, Lockhart provided the perfect historic backdrop for some scenes. The small town's charming architecture and old-world appeal made it an ideal stand-in for parts of Montana. Meanwhile, Bartlett, another Texas town, was transformed into a vintage 1920s set for some of the series' key scenes. In addition to the US, 1923 filmed in a few international locations that added even more depth to the series. The Umgeni Steam Railway in South Africa served as a stand-in for the Nairobi train station, giving us those African train scenes that were crucial to the storyline. Speaking of Africa, Kearsney Manor, also in South Africa, doubled as the Stanley Hotel, another iconic setting in the series. Meanwhile, Serengeti National Park in Tanzania provided the show with those awe-inspiring shots of the African savanna. As for scenes set in Sicily, those were filmed on the island of Malta, which stood in beautifully for the Mediterranean setting. And for the scenes aboard the ship Majestic, the production team used the RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach, California, a retired British ocean liner. 1923 took viewers on a global journey. The show's filming locations are as much a character in the story as the actors themselves. Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.